Louise Kilgannon from FESTIVE Road, the consultancy on a mission to create better travel and meetings management. And today I'm in conversation face-to-face with Marcus Eklund from FCM. So welcome, Marcus, it's great to see you. And how are you enjoying the show?
Thanks, Grace. It's great to be here and, to be honest, to see all these people back together face-to-face without feeling too awkward about it. So feeling very good.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? And I think you can feel the energy in the room, right? It's just exciting to be here. But we wanted to talk to you, Marcus, about 2022 and beyond, looking into the future. So when we think about 2022 and beyond, which aspect of travel management do you think travel managers should be focusing on? What's the most important things?
Yeah, I think a lot of things have changed, obviously, during the last 18 months for these things. But one thing we have seen, and I really believe is going to be accentuated in 2022, is how the travel managers work together with HR. So we know that workforces have changed completely how they work. There's hybrid work environments, how they travel is very different from this. And I think that link between not only procurement for the travel aspect, but with HR is going to be much more influential in 2022.
Yeah, and why do you think that is? Do you think that travel managers have forged greater connections with HR managers over the last 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, I do think so, because what happened usually in this crisis is that people come together a bit more, but there are bigger problems than just saying, how can I get from A to B? There are people's stress levels, people feel certain or uncertainty, how do we weigh this together with the business? And again, new work environment, more virtual work environment. So I think the travel manager's role has been actually a bit elevated because of an important part into these discussions.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I think travel managers have played a big part in the return to the office dialogue as well. And ongoing, I think, with HR, not just HR, but safety and security, those stakeholder management skills are going to be really important, right?
Absolutely, and making sure, again, the travel feels safe. So we see as a big trend, obviously in 2022, there'll be a lot of talk about sustainability. We want to be at the forefront of these things. I think it's important for a travel manager to educate also their organization how travel and sustainability fits together. But we are really advocating, discussing a lot with the corporations about the travel right factor. So taking both sustainability and well-being into account. The well-being of the traveler is on the road, who can be stressed, has a new working environment, and how should they travel right? And that means potentially travel less, but actually maybe investing a bit more time and money in the travel they actually do to be more productive, but also for the individual to feel safer and to actually feel more that they're taken care of in this journey.
Yeah, I heard that. I think travellers are feeling ready to get back on the road, but they are feeling that kind of concern about who's going to look after them at the different points in the trip. And even the most seasoned travellers are starting to feel a little bit nervous about that. So I agree, it's a real priority. And what do you think the travel buyer should be thinking about? What advice would you have if they're sat there waiting for those floodgates to open and for travel to return? How do they manage those concerns that their travellers might have?
Yeah, it's a great question. So what we usually discuss, and it's a feedback of corporation, is number one, for the travel manager, again, sit with HR to redefine the travel policy, to understand what that includes, but also taking that well-being factor into account. Previously, it was all about the cost in a way and efficiencies. Now you have sustainability and you have well-being added to this conversation. And I think designing that travel program together with HR and advice from industry experts, that will actually help to get back, give confidence to traveler when they get back to the roads. So that's kind of number one, we're saying, define the right policy, figure out how that framework for travel is going to be. And then actually apply this to suppliers, to your team Cs, to make sure they can support the traveler throughout this journey.
I think that open dialogue in the return to travel is really, really important for travel managers to share with you what their plans are so that you can actually support them. And I think the great thing about that partnership is that you can tell them how you're managing that with other clients as well, right? So you can really have that two-way dialogue.
And we're really there also to feedback this to the travel providers to make sure that part is easier. The airlines are fantastic, hotels are fantastic, but they don't always have that direct feedback from a corporate travel manager or the corporate travelers. We try to get as much feedback as possible so we can discuss with them and making that ecosystem for them, that entire experience, much better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that Triparty relationship where you can really advocate on their behalf as well. And sorry, go on, Marcus.
Now, I think again, that's the beautiful part of this. This is an industry issue, right? Travel industry used to be fantastic. People loved it. And the confidence is going to be out of it. So I think as an industry, we have on a mission to actually bring that confidence back to the travelers, but also to the corporations.
Yeah, I was talking to a travel manager today. He was saying that it's been really hard to get travel, under the spotlight within her organisation, and all of a sudden it is, and people are interested in travel. And really, it's just a very strange thing that in the year when no one travelled, the value of a managed travel programme has never been so great. So the support that TMC can provide, external third parties for safety and security, suddenly all those arguments there's a clear reason why we need to have these things in place.
Absolutely. And again, from a travel management perspective, this is a great opportunity. Is again, putting that on the agenda in the corporation with that higher collaboration for it as well. And again, just we from FCM, just as you from FESTIVE ROAD, we're here to help to see how this can actually be done as well in the industry as well. Getting travel back on the road, helping the travel managers speak internally as well, so they get the right message across.
Absolutely. Well, Marcus, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Louise. It's been a great pleasure.